All right, so we're live. I'm so excited. So at 11:11 Central, I go live, and today it's 3 a.m. because I was running late. And that's the thing that I love about entrepreneur is that you make to make the story of what this is. That I am so freaking late. I am 11:11 Monday to Friday. So now it's Friday at 3 a.m. and I just finally got it done. So what happened? If you have a question about why I took this off, find me on Instagram, the MightyMel, and ask me about that because that is freaking hilarious. The reason I do it. Okay, so we're gonna start today. Giving yourself some grace for getting it done, even imperfect. So I had this great idea. As an entrepreneur, we're always looking to do multiple things. Oh, right. So if you woke up today, the world needs you, just like you. You can level up, you can get better, but if you woke up today, it's because we freaking need you. All right, so we're going to start a story with I haven't talked to my friend Amy in 20 years, and she's amazing. We were really good friends in university, but we just were busy. And we were having conversation, and she's so busy. So as entrepreneur, we always want to find a way to do multiple things at once. So she teaches this amazing spinning course. It's so amazing. And she teaches the top level. So she's really good at her job. And I was like, oh, I love seeing people get to do what they're good at. So I'm going to go to your course. Okay, now I want to remind you I have brain damage. So stimulation gives me more brain systems. So when you have brain damage, the more stimulation, the more tired you are, the more brain symptoms that you have. So I realized this is a stupid idea for me to go to a spin course. So what you do is you go in, they pump music, they give you instructions, and they pump you to go harder than normal, right? So like that's great. And as an entrepreneur, a lot often when you're learning something, they tell us the first thing you want to do is do the hardest thing. So you want to start doing hard things, and that makes you learn better, right? So I know the psychology of this. So I understand of both. Okay, going to a workout where they have so much stimulations, but the person that runs the course is my friend. So I know I'm taken care of. That's one thing about Winnipeg is that we know how to have your back. I love that. So we go into the course. And as an entrepreneur, we're always looking for the flow, right? The flow of the universe. What's easy? What's harder? And there's combination of, so I get in my car and I was like, okay, before me to drive, I have to make sure that my body's fine. So I'm like, okay, good. The roads are good. And I start driving. So it's wet everywhere. Awesome. Tomorrow, this is going to be horrible because all this water is turned into water and can be ice. So yeah, this was a good day. So I'm driving up. Awesome. I got 45 minutes early than the class. I'm like, yeah. So I come in to, so I park and then I go to pay the parking. So I go into the machine. Wouldn't let me do it. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't work. Okay, maybe it could be brain damage, but nope, couldn't get. So I called the one number. They couldn't help me. They couldn't understand me. I couldn't say the words that he had an accent. Accent makes it hard for brain damage. So I'm like, okay, entrepreneur, find another way. All right, there's an app. All right, download the app, try to do it. I have to follow instructions. So at this time, I'm feeling nervous. So you have more symptoms. So I can read, but I can't quite understand. But the nice person in the spin place, she helped me get the app to work. I'm like, okay, super nice, kind, embarrassing that I need help, but she helped me. Super awesome. Okay. Didn't work. Look, if you scan here, I'm like, okay, scan, and the class has to start. And I put everything into the locker and the brake, my locker broke. And I'm like, luckily it broke before I put it on there. So, okay, throw it away. Well, they said the people in the front will make sure it's safe. Okay, off I go into my class. Paid. I did everything, got in the car, started doing. And the guy beside me, he's so nice. Because I couldn't figure out how to stand up biking. And he's like, okay, here's how to do it. And I started to do it. And then my brain decides, one of the things that you have when you brain damage is my brain wants to give me warnings. So my brain gave me a 10 out of 10 pain. So it will give me a random muscle in my body, and it will tighten in a 10 and a 10 pain. Is that like it will pick? I'll try this again. My brain will choose a random muscle, and it will make it as tight as it can. It gives me at a 10 out of 10 pain. Because my brain's saying, Melanie, there's a lot of stimulation in here. You're nervous. There's sound. There's brand new everything. So when brains, every time you see something new, that's a lot for your brain. So my brain is saying, whoa, too much. And so as this guy was trying to tell me how to do this, I got a 10 out of 10 pain. I could have fallen off this bike. So that was a stupid idea. But my gut told me it was good. So I'm like, on paper, going to a thing like this is stupid. And yet I did it anyway. So I did it, did the course. Awesome. It was amazing. If you're a big spin, check out Amy's class at SAIKEL, SAIKEL Studio. So good. And Amy is amazing, and you'll have an amazing workout. If you are competition, you're good, take her course. She's amazing. Okay, so I did the course, and then I go to my mom's. She feeds me, and then I slept until about 2 p.m. Because there's so much stimulation. I had a headache, and when you have a headache, you have to do nothing. So for the other people, they had a great workout and they went to work. Me, I had to go sit in the dark and do it. So that was a stupid idea. But the other thing is because I pushed myself so much, and then I listened to my body and I sat in the dark, I bet you if I come back and do it again, it'd be less. So every time you have to listen to your body, listen to the signs, and learn from it. So I want you, when you work on your business and you're doing something that your gut is telling you to do, listen to the gut. Do these imperfect things that make no sense to everyone else. And often that's the thing that does the most. Oh, I'm freaking cold. Oh, there's something when I get freaking cold like this. I feel like that's the signs of angels telling me that I'm supported. Oh, freaking. Okay. Okay, and so the other thing I want to say about Amy's class that I was so good is that set your intention. What is your goal? You're working towards it. That's so important. So there's some psychology here. Do you want some psychology here? Leave some comments below. Ask me questions. Oh, I am a psychology junkie. I freaking love it. So one of the things that I found is, okay, so after my brain, I had so much pain, so much back pain, especially the triangle at the back. Oh, I'm wearing, okay, I'm still wearing my pajama stuff on the bottoms. Entrepreneurs. Okay, so that triangle at the bottom of your back, that triangle right there, I had like an 8 out of 10 pain every day. And I talked to the therapist and chiropractor, and they gave me exercises, and I did those exercises 2 or 3 times a day for a year. They wanted to give me pills, like these top level pills because I don't want to take, anyways, I wanted to get rid of the pain, but I don't want to take pills. So I did these exercises for a year, 2 or 3 times a day. Wouldn't get it, even though that's what should do it to fix it. And then I looked up the symptoms. They're like, so our brain remembers stuff, but it also remembers things in our body too, which is super interesting. And so I looked up at that triangle at the bottom of your, and holding yourself back. So the next time I did the exercises, I talked to myself while I did those exercises from the professional. I talked to myself. I'm like, I don't need to hold myself back. I'm ready to be in the future. And I did those exercises. I talked to myself. The pain went down to 3 out of 10. Then the next day, I did it again. Pain gone. Gone. So I continued those exercises because, but it's so interesting that when you do those exercises and they work. So when Amy does her course and you're biking and you're setting your goal when you're doing it, it is one thing, it gives that dopamine, that feeling good, being competition, being around with people, seeing people, like so good. And then the words, as you do it, as you go forward, as your push, and so good. All right, so leave some comments and remind you, if you woke up today, we need you, just like you. Leave some comments behind and I will create content for what you need. So tell me what you're struggling with. What are your, and you can find me, the Mighty Melanie, on Instagram, and we can I'm nailing this English. When I say that's my aphasia and my apraxia, is that when I say, my brain says funny things and it's embarrassing. It is so freaking embarrassing that the wrong words come out. But because I changed the story, so I changed the story of Uncle Gerard. He's a spirit. He's my godfather who died, and he was hilarious. And so when my words come out funny like that, I think like, oh, Gerard, you are hilarious that he's the one making my words all funny. I know that's not what it is, but that's a story that makes me feel better, because being brain damaged is embarrassing and exhausting, and everything in your life is so fucking hard. But I'm still here. And I know they need me to make everyone's. And the reason I show my disable and my stuff, so that you can try. Because if I can try it, if I can try and do this imperfect, you can too. And I'm not for everyone. I say it to the point. My mom, oh, freaking, my mom is amazing. That's my mom. She is this how tall she is. I'm 5'3". This is my mom. But when I tell stories, I'm going to say she's 15 feet tall, because she can't. She is that person. And I was having a conversation with her, and she's like calling me on my shit. Because that's what a mom does. They call you on your shit. And I was like, no, Mom. The sun comes out of my ass. And my mom's like, nope, poop comes out of there. And I'm like, in no way does my mom think that I'm perfect and amazing, which I really would like her to think I was cool. And no, that's my mom. Do you have a mom like that? Leave a comment below. And leave me your comments. Okay, have a great time. Have a wonderful day, and keep shining, man.